Hello, and welcome to your mat. I'm Tess. It's been a while since I have sat in front of the camera to record. Life, as you know, kind of ebbs and flows, gets busy, gets unbusy, and I, being honest, just traveled through a season of burnout, which I have never experienced before in my life. You know, you think you have an endless supply of energy and ability to do it until the limits push back at you and say, actually, you need some rest in order to be able to do it all. So I'm feeling much better, have the rest that I have needed, and I feel recharged and ready to be back leading in front of the camera to you. So thanks heaps for being here. If we haven't met yet, I'm Tess. I'm a yoga teacher living in Australia. You can tell my accent is not from here, I'm Canadian. And today we are going to work through handstands. And this is a quick drill that you can do on a lunch break. You can do if you've only got a pocket of 15 minutes of time. And yeah, it's something that I do frequently. So that seems to be the key with getting handstands, and I am not an expert myself in any way, shape, or form, but it seems to be that if you're able to dedicate even a few minutes multiple days a week, that's how you can gain traction and see some progress. You don't have to sit down for an hour-long practice or go to, a 2-hour workshop, though those things are definitely going to help and grow your practice. Where you're really going to see the bulk of it is in consistency. So, with that being said, first and foremost, warming up the wrists. Come to a seated position, interlace the fingers, and start to roll the wrists out. And then swap the interlace so the opposite pinky's on the other side and start rolling in the other direction. You've got a ton of bones, ligaments, tendons, everything that comes together in the wrist, and it's important to protect them. You go putting your entire body weight on your wrist without warm-up, and that doesn't end well. Shake it all out. Oh, just gonna toss my hair up here. Pardon me. All right. Next wrist stretch. Extend left arm out in front, right palm to pull back towards the forearm. And breathe into it. On your next exhale, swap to pull fingers towards the bottom. A deep bend in the wrist as opposed to the rear flexion. Shake out left hand, swap over to the right. Flex in the wrist, pull right fingers back towards the top of forearm. And a full and smooth cycle of breath before swapping down. Pull fingers in and bend the wrist towards the inside. And feel the length carry down the whole front of your forearm around the wrist crease. And then give it a shake, shake, shake. Starting to do our, what would you even call this? Grabs? Finger flexes. So arms out to a T, and scrunch the fingers in as hard as they can into a fist. Flex out as long as you can make your fingers. And get going at a pace that is as quick as you can comfortably go while completely hitting the most flexed in, the most flexed out. Flexed in, crunched in, you know what I mean. Fist and out. Keep the length in your shoulders as you start reaching towards the space above you. Keep the fingers going. Move kind of down to a T, all the way down to the sides of body. We'll go up and down one more time. So keep the arms long, strong, engaged. Up to the top, shoulders roll back, create space between the ears. And last few seconds, maybe you can start to feel the burn by now. Keep the hand scrunches going all the way down until the bottom. Ooh. And flop it out. Feeling a little bit warmer through the wrists. We'll move into switch kicks. So that looks like keeping your legs as straight as possible. You'll kick up with the left, switch in the air, and land on the right. We'll go for 20 switch kicks, as slow and as controlled as you can. So hands are gonna plant shoulder width apart, creases of your wrist as if they're gonna line up parallel to your mat. Might look like pointer finger forward, maybe middle finger, maybe somewhere in between. Everybody's wrist anatomy is a tiny bit different. Now, when you have your hands planted, spread the fingers wide, and you're having what I like call spider fingers. So it's really the finger pads that are giving you the traction and the connection, where the bend in your knuckles is helping you stabilize once you're in the air. Wrists, elbows, shoulders stack. Start to swing in the left foot for the first switch. 1, right goes up, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you catch a little bit of hang time, maybe not today. Bearing in mind, every day is gonna look a little different depending on your strength, depending on your stability, depending on your sleep. I've kind of lost count here. Let's say we're at 10. I like to take a little break at 10, shake it out. Roll out the wrists and get ready to plant for the final 10. Again, shoulder width apart, arms stacked super tall. Your biceps are just barely hugging the ears, and we'll swing with the left up. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 3, 2, and for the last one, maybe catch the hang, find the balance, and back down. Shimmy out the shoulders. Let it shake. Whew. We'll take a break from being on our wrists and start to integrate the core. So, down on to bottom, sit bones root, Navasana, boat pose. Can have a bend in the legs like I choose, or to challenge yourself, straighten out through the tops. That's gonna really engage through the quadriceps. Next exhale, release yourself down, low boat. Can you contact as much of your back to the ground as possible? Holding down low, arms extend up overhead, thumbs to tap, and rainbow down, pinkies to tap. Hold the strength, arms sweep up, thumbs tap, and swing back for pinkies. We'll do 3 more. Thumb. There's 1. 1 more above head tap. 2. Last one. Slow and smooth like molasses. And let it down. Shimmy at the hips, left, right. Catch your breath. Maybe grab a sip of water. Roll out the wrists. And when you're ready, Meet back in a squat. We'll get ready for kick-ups, 5 on each side, with the invitation to hold the kick-up as long as the linger lets you. So, when we jump up, we'll start off with kicking off of the right foot. So, hands plant, shoulder width, same as they have been. Palms spread, ground through all 4 corners. Scrunch through your spider fingers. Get the finger pads incredibly connected to the ground, and let your knuckles be your balance system. Press into the ball of right foot, tuck left knee. Now, as we jump up, we're going to have right leg extended and keep the left leg tucked into our torso for balance. So, a bend in the right foot. Oh, I've got it opposite. Pardon me. So yes, we are going to be kicking off of the right foot. The left leg kicks long and right will stay tucked in to body for the balance system. So we'll try that starting over here. Hands to plant, spider fingers engage. Press into ball of right foot, tuck into the left, deep bend in right knee. Reach up with the left, tuck the right, and come back down. There's 1. And again, bend, reach. Ooh. 2. Remember that you can always cartwheel out. It can be quite hard on your back if you fall all the way over into a wheel pose. Some people have that flexibility, but I'm no longer one of those people at this current stage with my back bending. So cartwheel out to the side, save your back. We'll keep on going here. Tuck the left knee, bend into right, reach up, kick, and down. 2 more on the right side. Plant the hands, ball of the right toe, bend left knee, reach left toes high, tuck the right, maybe even extend. Your legs are like a balance system when you're up in the air, right? Like a teeter-totter. So you can spread wide and use your own legs and your fingertips as balance. Last one on the right side. Tall onto the ball of right foot, tuck the left knee, wrists are strong, elbows and shoulders ready to stack. Kick left toes high, right knee in, and back down. Again, a little bit of a shimmy shake out before our kick-ups on the left side. And this will be our last opportunity to catch full handstand. So there's 1 more drill after this, but it does not involve coming off the ground. So if you're looking for some hang time, now is the time to do it. All right. Hands find firm grip. All 4 corners of the palm, spider fingers. This time, high up onto the ball of left foot, tuck the right toes, deep bend in left, reach up with the right, while you tuck left knee in towards body. Go for 2. Reach and tuck. And you might notice that one side is stronger than the other. That's quite normal for us humans. Deep bend in the left knee, reach up with the right, maybe falling right back down. 2 more on this side. Bend the right knee, come up onto the ball of left foot, charge, and reach. And 1 last one on this side. Really take your time to check your position. Is your wrist crease parallel to the top of the mat? Are your fingers spread? Are you pressing evenly into all the finger pads, especially the pointer and the thumb? We have a tendency to lift up through this area. Come to the ball of left foot, bend in the right, charge your jump, and press. And then back down. All right, the final drill is a pinch a hold. We don't get strong shoulders without strengthening our shoulders. So this is a 2-minute pinch a hold. And when I say pincha, I'm meaning dolphin. Sorry. If pincha is in your practice, by all means, feel free to go towards that. But I'm working on dolphin holds, so I welcome you to join me. All right. You can come down onto hands and knees to prepare. Forearms to the ground, shoulder width apart. No further. If anything, even pinch them in a tiny bit because your forearms have a tendency to want to spread out to the sides. Really traction through the palms, through the fingers. Tuck the toes and get ready to lift in 5, 4, 3, 2, hips high. Dolphin pose. And focus on the sensation in your body. Notice the way your feet are contacting the ground. Can your heels reach even a millimeter closer? Like there's magnets on the wrong side between your legs that are kind of forcing themselves away from each other. Keep the knees and hips square in line with the front of your mat. Belly button slightly tucks towards the spine. Engage into the forearms, into the finger pads. Let the neck be loose. Can you create more space in your shoulder girdle by sending the hips up and back? If you feel like you're getting to the point where you're like, oh man, this is hard, that's normal. I'm at that point too. I invite you to start counting your breaths down from 20. Slow and controlled, in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're closer than you think. We've got less than 30 seconds to go. If your legs are getting tired, a micro bend into the knees, but stay on the forearms. Really strengthen through the shoulders. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it down. Usta. All right. That is it. Well done. I hope that you had a little bit of fun and that you get to take this maybe to your lunch breaks or to your small pockets of the day where you need a little bit of movement. Cool. See you in the next one.